Ordnance Iranian Dextra!
We are standing on the site of the ancient city of Verulamium, the civic predecessor of St Albans. Verulamium was a city for a century or more before London.
What we've basically got is the 70th anniversary of the founding of the museum here at Verulamium, and we've got a long history before that of the excavations in the area as well, but with the 70th anniversary of the museum it's a good event to hang other activities on, and basically it means that we've been able to organise this day of events which looks at the Romans in the context of the town. So we've got the legionaries and the re-enactors here, we've got various activities for children in general to take part in, and because it's all outside in the park, it's a great opportunity to get a lot of the local community involved, families and people to come out and really sort of just wander in and get involved in it all.
I'm Alicia, I'm a gladiatrix in the gladiator school. A gladiatrix is actually a female gladiator. I would have been a slave who was captured, or someone who had done something wrong and had actually been sentenced to the gladiator school as a punishment. And I would have fought in the arena to entertain the crowds in Roman times. I'd use the gladius, the metal sword, hence the name gladiator, because we actually got the name from the metal sword that we used. You could actually enjoy a very good lifestyle, believe it or not. You were well fed. They actually called the male gladiators barley men because they were so well fed on barley to build them up and make them strong and muscular.
Well, I'm Gaius Petronius Stephanus. I'm a secutor, a gladiator, a veteran fighter, very famous, very wealthy.
You were to receive the best medical treatment there was, which is why the Roman doctors became so skilled, because they had the gladiators to train on and to practice, so you had the best doctors to look after you.
I'm Marcus Londinius Cato. I am the chief surgeon for Legio II. This is a field hospital. A lot of the blades had a probe on one end and a blade on the other. So you would make your incision and then whip it over and then investigate with the probe on the other end. Then you had a clamp. These we used, if you open them up, supposing you had a piece of skin you wanted to retract, you would place that onto the skin, pull that up and then flick it out of the way, and that would open the wound up. And then you had the amputation saws. You have a larger one, the bigger limbs, and a smaller one, the small pieces like fingers or toes or something like that.
The Trust has sponsored today to open up the whole of the museum and Roman times to the public of St Albans. We hope everybody has a great time. And the weather is fantastic. Yeah, we couldn't have hoped for better weather. It's not even as sunny as this in Rome.
My name's Januaria. I'm a Roman midwife. Januaria means new beginnings, so it's quite apt that I'm a Roman midwife. So I've got things like a birthing chair that I'm very pleased to be showing and displaying. We've also got simple things as well, like catheters. I've got scalpels, so I can perform minor surgery. I have sort of holistic instruments to look at the whole care of a person, so a whole range of things, from hemorrhoid clamps to catheters.
My name is Rufilia, and today I'm cooking for the Colchester Roman Society. This is wild boar. A lot of the food you can imagine was not farmed, it was hunted, so wild boar was very popular. It would have been a very high-class meal for people who owned their own villa, but today that's what the men will be having. And this represents the sort of food that they would have been able to buy at a fast food store or stand in Rome.
It's looking pretty good, actually. Hello, my name's Tina. Just been making some soft cheese. We've literally boiled up some full-fat milk. We've curdled it with lemon juice. We've added some roasted garlic and some chives, and we're literally just putting it into the press to leave for about an hour so it hardens up a little bit. And that's it.
Lucius Petronius Lucanus, which is my Roman name, and I am Centurion of the 2nd Legion Augusta that are appearing here today. I will be placed in charge of 80 soldiers, not as what it used to be 100 soldiers, hence the word centurion and century. And I will lead my men onto the parade ground or onto the battlefield. I'll be leading from the front and placing them where they should be.
Ducks in, ducks! 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 Ducks!
the centurion was an experienced combat soldier, and it was quite difficult for the army to let them go because they were so important to the legions.
Get back behind Joe.
I have a second in command, the Optio, who will be at the rear of my soldiers, making sure they are where they should be.
I think it's an absolute triumph. This is just amazing, and I don't remember the museum having done such a big event. It's really good to show that we can still do this sort of thing and that people are really loving it. It's so great, it's just infectious how much people are enjoying themselves. And especially to have it right here and know that this is the kind of thing that was actually going on exactly here.
Okay, I'm Helen and I'm a slave for a day. I'm working on mosaics. I'm not a mosaicist, but I would have worked under a mosaicist. I would be cutting the tesserae, which would then be laid on. This is an example of a small piece, but it'd be like a whole floor they'd do. And the person above me would be lying all the bits I'd cut out and make the mosaics that you see on the floor now.
Well, my official name is Gaius Equitus Secundus. I'm a retired cavalryman, or as we say in the Roman Empire, Equitus, on retirement. And I try to people over here to tell the histories about the battles I fought, the people I met, the barbarians I met. And after all those years, I became the Equitus at the knighthood in the Roman Empire.
Are the ones who started the group over 30 years ago now in total? No, we're 2nd Augusta, we're Hampshire based.
Hampshire?
Yes.
I'm here on this glorious sunny afternoon to see the Sunday events of the 70th anniversary of the Verulamium. It's wonderful to see all these Roman soldiers, the Roman reenactment, and all these people who come over from different parts of the UK just to help us in our wonderful day. And it's really good to see the people enjoying themselves, the children taking a real interest. I've had a quick tour around and I'd like to say well done to all those concerned, especially all the museum staff.
It was back in the early 1930s when Sir Mortimer Wheeler and his wife Tessa Wheeler did their first initial digs in the town, and it was Tessa Wheeler who really founded the museum. For the 70 years ago, we have a fantastic little plaque that's in the museum itself, and she did so much with the citizens of the town to help create the museum itself, and the museum is just fantastic.
Hello there, I'm a lady visiting from the Mediterranean, and the clothes I'm wearing today are taken from pictures from Pompeii. So the clothes I'm wearing and the headdress I'm wearing as well. I'm Alana, and I thought I'd come along to join in the fun.
My name is Marcus Ulpius Peronis, and I have been seconded here from Syria, from the 20th cohort Powman Iron. Our primary weapon is the thrusting spear. Secondary weapon would be the sword.
My name is Brian Scott, and I'm also known as Frontinus, and I'm an agrimensor, that is a Roman surveyor. This is a gromar, which is the basic Roman surveying instrument. This is a level, and we have again a plumb weight. When this string is exactly in line with the point at the bottom, the top is horizontal, and then I can move it round, and I've got graduations marked along this strip. So that will be 30 degrees, that one will be 45, and that one will be 60 degrees.
Yeah, what? Northern European.
Hi, my name's Gaius, and I'm a Roman scribe, writing paper with a papyrus, which came from Egypt, which made it very expensive. Most people would have used some sort of wax tablet. So about everyday writing, you would use the wax tablet. But all the records and the writings were kept in cupboards in the villa or in the army offices.
We're a Roman Living History Society that has been doing what we do now for almost 30 years. It's had an offshoot, a very strong offshoot in education. because for the last 15 years we've been running school visits. For the people who actually do it, us as reenactors, it's a passion, and it's all to do with taking history and getting people to see it in the flesh.
It's been a fantastic day, it's been really interesting. The kids have loved it, they've been marching. My niece is doing classics at school, so it's really interesting for her. She's learned so much.
It's great to be here on the 70th anniversary.
We've never seen so many Roman soldiers in one spot in our lives, have we?
Retro one,